Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be answering all the questions you guys asked me in the community post for my 150 subscriber special Q&A. I picked out 11 of the best questions. Even though there was a lot of questions, I had to pick out the ones uh, that I thought were interesting to know. And you guys did ask a couple questions that were very similar across the board, so I'll probably just be grouping those together into one big question, I would think. So anyhow, without further ado, I'm going to jump into the first question asked by Panda of what is my favorite weapon. And I tend to tell people that I don't have a main weapon. I do really enjoy the T-Tech though, close second being Luna Blaster Neo. Those two have always been a lot of fun. When something goes poorly, I just tend to pick those up and have fun. Carbon Deco has also been a lot of fun for me. I've been enjoying going around sharking and sneak attacking people, and that's been a lot of fun. But if I had to pick one, it probably would be T-Tech. So I hope that answers that question. And then on to the second question, asked by pretty much most of the people who asked more than one question asked this question as well. Of what got me into Splatoon / when did I start playing? And I started playing Splatoon 1 not exactly when it came out. It was probably a couple months. Actually, I came in towards the end of Splatoon 1. I had the game, but I didn't have online. And so I came in, I think there was only like 2 Splatfests left, but one of the Splatfests I wasn't even there to participate in. I don't even think I was home. But I started playing back then. I enjoyed the game immensely. Uh, I originally saw an ad on TV commercial for Splatoon, and even back then I was like, oh, that looks cool, but I was kind of playing like the cool kid because we didn't own a Wii U, we only had the Wii. I was kind of playing the cool kid like, oh yeah, that looks cool, but I would never be interested in playing that because I was doing that thing where if you don't own it, you just kind of play it down. Like somebody's freaking out about a new game, they're just like, wow, this game is so cool, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably not that good because I don't have the the console to play it on. So that was kind of what I was doing, but secretly inside, I knew I was gonna love that game if I ever got the chance to play it. And I got to play it a few months later after that, and I've been in love with the game. Splatoon 1 still has to be my favorite just because of nostalgia, I'd have to say. And Splatoon 2 was also great. I started playing Splatoon 2 well, after all the Splatfest had ended, so I came in really late. And I got X rank in like 3 months, but anyways. I just, I've fallen in love with the Splatoon series ever since it came out, and I was able to play online and just have a ton of fun. And then Splatoon 3 has been a whole different dynamic, I feel, because I've gotten to know so many new people, actually be able to play with friends, which in Splatoon 1 was not a possibility. None of my friends really played Splatoon. Splatoon 2, I mainly only played with Invis in League, and that was only occasionally. But Splatoon 3 has been great. I got to meet a ton of awesome people out in the community, and who've joined my community, and I've joined other people's communities. It's a different playstyle, a different dynamic. I do prefer like Splatoon 1 and 2 in terms of gameplay and speed and maps and all the things that are like technical for Splatoon, but in terms of enjoyment and having an awesome time with other people, Splatoon 3 is definitely a winner. Anyhow, the third question we have from our very own Fire is, would I want Baller to return to Splatoon 3? That's an interesting question because since Baller was on Luna Neo, which had Splat Bomb Baller, I played it a lot because my tastes have not changed. I played Luna Blaster in Splatoon 1, I played Luna Blaster in Splatoon 2, I played Luna Blaster in Splatoon 3. Nothing has changed. So having played a ton of it in Splatoon 2, I did get a feel of how it played, but I do think that it would have to be reworked a little bit if it was to come back in Splatoon 3. But honestly, I think the dynamic of the Baller with the other specials in this game would kind of not be balanced that much. I think Baller would struggle to keep up with the other specials in the game so far. If I were to have Splatoon 2 special come back, I would definitely love Splashdown. Even though we already have Reef Slider, which is kind of like a grounded splashdown, I think I love splashdown, so I would love to see that come back. I wouldn't say no to Baller, but like I said, I think the balancing would have to be fixed because I think we'd be outclassed by many specials, especially the Kraken. The fourth question we have is from Viri. Mine? The fifth question we have is from Geeked Up, and he asks, what is my opinion on the new season and on Splatoon 3's anniversary? Honestly, I saw the trailer the other day, or yesterday, and that's the main reason why this question's come up, because the trailer just came out at the time of making this video. Honestly, there wasn't too many things that got me really excited. There was the new challenge modes, which I hardly play challenges that much, so I mean that's not like super interesting for me. But there wasn't a ton of kits that were introduced that I was really excited in. In terms of the new maps, ever since I found out that Nintendo's map making, or Splatoon 3's map making team has decided that narrow rectangles were going to be their favorite shape, I've just lost all hope. I'm just kidding. Not all hope, but I've become very cautious of the new maps that are introduced. I have to wait and actually play the gameplay. I used to be so hyped for new maps or old maps coming back, but honestly, it's just been disappointing me every time they come out. There's just always a big thing, and most of it being there's too narrow, there's not enough flanking paths. You have eyes on the entire enemy team from a certain point towards their spawn, and it's just ridiculous. You guys know how it is. You know how the Splatoon 3 maps are kind of meh right now. So that was the main thing, I guess, that really got me excited was the new maps. I'm excited to try out the new Splatling. I'm not gonna say the names because I mess them up. The new Splatling, I would like to see how the gameplay plays. Here's my prediction. I'll see later if I'm right. I feel like it's gonna be where you charge and you shoot, and the longer you charge it up and the longer you shoot, the further the distance the shots will go. So like instead of the snap to long range firing like the ballpoint, it'll be a gradual gain of distance depending on how long you charged it. I think that's how it's gonna play out. It might not be, but you know, it could be the case. The new Slosher looks interesting. A new ballpoint kit is the bane of my existence right now, but I mean, what are you gonna do about that? But all in all, I think with the new gear things, it'd be interesting to see all the different creative things that people can do with that. It'll add a little more variety rather than just people wearing all the same gear and everything looking the same. A lot of customizations, which I don't really use, like the locker and the banners and all that, are a thing as well. But like I said, I hardly ever change those things, so that doesn't get me too hyped. I guess we'll just have to see when it comes out. For me, it's not like a bad update, but it's not a ooh, I really can't wait for this update to come out. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. The sixth question we have is from Invis, and he asks, who are you and what have you done with 30 follower Twitch Jotun? He's locked in my basement. You all had better pay up, or else he's not gonna make it out alive. Anyhow, the seventh question. What is my favorite Splatoon special? And I'll do you one better. Oreo, since this is the person that asked the question, is our friend Oreo. I forgot to mention. I'll do you one better, and I'll give you my favorite special for each game. So Splatoon 1, my favorite special would have to be the OG Killer Whale. I know that might come as a shock. Maybe some of you were thinking Ink Strike. Some of you might have been thinking Kraken. But I just really love the Killer Whale, kind of for the same reason of the special that I will get to for Splatoon 3, that it was underrated, and it was, well, not underrated, but like, people underestimated it. When you saw Killer Whale activate, you weren't that scared. but it could do a lot of damage if used correctly, kind of like the Stingray, but that's not my Splatoon 2's favorite special, which would have to be Splashdown. Splashdown got a lot of backlash because of high X-rank players, or just X-rank players in general, being able to cancel Splashdown at every chance they got, which it is true, that was a vulnerability, but so is Reef Slider and lag. Anyhow, despite that obvious flaw, I still really love the Splashdown. I love the dynamic, I loved all the utility that it had. I still played it in X rank, in high X rank, because that's all I could play with when I wanted to play ranked was X rank, and I still really enjoyed it. If you go back and look at this video here that I'm putting up on the screen, you can go through and see that 90% of my clips are Splashdown kills, just to show you how much I really love Splashdown in Splatoon 2. And then we get to Splatoon 3, and this one won't shock you guys as much, I think it's kind of obvious, but Tri-Strike is obviously my favorite special, with my splash tag being the one and only Tri-Strike user. I think that's kind of obvious. I just love the versatility of the Tri-Strike and the sheer firepower of it, and kind of like the Killer Whale in Splatoon 1 dynamic of people underestimate it. People think it's so easy to dodge, but you would be incredibly shocked how many kills I've gotten because of Tri-Strike killing somebody, or because it moved them into a favorable position. Because that's one thing people have to get into their mind, is that Tri-Strike doesn't necessarily need to get the kill itself. It just has to push the enemy out into a place where you can get the kill. It doesn't have to be this, oh, I need to kill things with the Tri-Strike itself, which I feel like a lot of people kind of miss, and that's kind of holding them back with their Tri-Strike plays. Maybe I'll make a Tri-Strike video. Put it in the comments below. I would be interested to know if you guys would be interested in seeing that. But yes, Tri-Strike is my favorite Splatoon 3 special. My 8th question, also from Oreo, is why did I begin YouTube? Funnily enough, I was not planning on beginning YouTube when I first started getting into content creation. My only goal at the time was to make Twitch streams and just stream Splatoon. There was no plan for clips, no plans for videos, no plans for any of this. Eventually, I just decided, I saw both Invis and my brother were both uploading YouTube videos, and I just decided, hey, I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to upload videos. I think that'd be kind of cool. Never really expecting it to get to the point where it is right now. And I started uploading, you know, small clips, and I uploaded my very cringe edited video that I made a couple months before I started my channel. And gradually I just kind of went away from Twitch after not having that many viewers and getting more interactions with people on YouTube, having more collabs with people on YouTube, and just meeting more people who do things on YouTube rather than on Twitch. Twitch is notorious for being very poor with advertising small content creators compared to YouTube. But in terms of why did I begin YouTube? Well, I began YouTube to upload clips, but in the more in-depth sense, I wanted to create more content out there on YouTube for people who can't watch non-family friendly streams. I was just so shocked when I noticed that there really wasn't anybody that made that many family-friendly streams and videos in the Splatoon community. Splatoon, being a competitive game, gets really heated, and people just do a lot of things that I wouldn't personally want to watch. So I wanted to create this out for people who just can't watch that, or who don't want to watch that. And honestly, it's kind of it's more advantageous to do it family friendly than it is to not, because you get the people who, when you do it family friendly, you get the people who can watch because it is family friendly, but even the people who don't mind swearing and all the other things, it doesn't hurt them. They're not going to be like, oh man, I wish this guy swore more. That's silly compared to people who can't watch or who don't want to watch non-family friendly streams. They're completely barred. They don't have a choice. If they want to stick to not watching family-friendly streams or videos, they don't have a choice. He's gonna swear and they're gonna have to accept it. So it's kind of a loss because the people who don't mind watching non-family friendly things still get to watch the videos, but the people who don't want to watch non-family friendly things are just can't because that goes against what they want to watch. So I just kind of wanted to create this out for people who just can't or who don't want to watch non-family friendly things, and just put some content out there for people to just relax and chill and enjoy some nice clean content. My ninth question: what are some other games I like playing? I have a lot of games that I like playing, and a lot of the Pokemon series I've fallen in love with after getting into it only this past, well, not this past summer, but summer of 2022 is when I got into Pokemon, which is why I still trip up and mess up on a lot of things compared to people who been playing Pokemon since they were a kid. I was never a Pokemon kid until this, well, summer 2022. So a lot of the Pokemon games, I do enjoy those. I enjoy War Thunder, as you guys have probably seen. For those that join my streams, you see me play War Thunder every now and then. I mean, I like playing Minecraft. I don't play it as much nowadays. It's more fun when you play with friends. Minecraft Dungeons is a lot of fun. It's a game that keeps on giving, and it lasts a long time. A lot of the Mario games, you know, I love to play Mario games. Best memories still being on the Wii for all of you 2000s kids. You played all the Wii games, Mario Bros. Wii, you know, Mario Kart, all those wonderful games. And a lot of honestly, I tend to stay with like Splatoon 3, War Thunder, those kind of games nowadays. But I do enjoy many others. If you want me to give more specifications, do say so in the comments, and I will be happy to give you more. I can't really think of other ones off the top of my head right here. Anyways, the 10th question, asked by Yosh. Mario 3D World, when? Eleventh question. How many other games would I like to stream in the future? This will also be our final question, asked by Panda once again. There is so many games I would love to play on stream. There's just too many for me to be able to do it all. I would love to. War Thunder is always up there. One of the games that I've been really wanting to stream is Koromon. It's like a Pokemon knockoff. I haven't really had the opportunity. I did one like small section on one of my streams. I don't think anybody was there. That would be one game that I would love to stream one day. I know Y Guy would love to see more Celeste. That would be kind of tricky though, because my PlayStation controller is old and it disconnects if it's not plugged in, so I'll have to find a place to, you know, figure that all out. You know, maybe some Pokemon, maybe some other games. I'm not quite so sure, but Koromon would definitely be one of them. More War Thunder, Splatoon 3, and a couple other games. If you want more specifications, just like the other question, do say so in the comments. I can give you more. I just can't think of them right off the top of my head. Anyhow, that was our last question that I wanted to answer today. Sorry if I didn't get to some of your other questions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening to me stutter and blubber my way through the questions. Speaking of streams, I stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. CET for the time being. Hope to see you guys there, and I'm gonna call it quits for today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!